Well, let's have a look at 1e on this question. And 1e starts with a fraction, a half, 1/12, 1/30, 1/56, and then we've got to look for the other three numbers. Well, let's have a look at what's happening to the number pattern. You see here 2 to 12, that goes up by 10. 12 to 30, that goes up by 18. And 30 to 56, that goes up by 26. Well, what's happening with these numbers? You see 8 to 10, that's going up by 8. And then 18 to 26, that's going up by 8. Since we get a common number after two differences, we're actually looking at a second degree polynomial, and we know that as a quadratic, not as a linear. So our general term is going to be a quadratic equation. That's going to be very interesting. So let's find the next three terms anyway. So we've got to find the next common difference between 56 and that number. Let's get the screen. Between 56 and that number, it's going to go up by, well, that number's going to go up by 8. So 26 plus 8, that's going to be 34. And so that number's going up by 34. The next number, we have to go up by 34 plus 8. It's going to increase by 42. And the next number is going to increase not by 42, but by 50. You see, we've got to do that two levels of differences. Now let's fill in the numbers we've got. 1 over now 56 plus 34 is 90. Now 94 plus 42 is 132. And then 132 plus 50 is 182. Well, there's the next three numbers in the sequence. Now let's find the general rule, and this is going to be a little bit more fun. Now you notice how I said it's quadratic? Well, the general rule for a quadratic, if we say r, we want the rth term, we need to find the coefficients of our quadratic, and our quadratic is ar squared plus br plus c. We just got to find out what a, b, and c is, and then that's going to be the denominators. So our general rule will be 1 over that particular general term. Ooh, that's a bit of a trick. But we're going to use this number pattern that we've already got. And you see the 2 represents when r equals 1. So if I substitute r equals 1 in this equation, we get, I'm just going to talk about the denominators. Let's not worry about the 1 over, okay? So let's just say the denominators when r equals 1 is a plus b plus c. Now the denominator, that's the 2, right? Now the 12 is when r equals 2. So let's just put here, I'm going to just put these as commas. Now when r is 2, it's going to be 4a plus 2b plus c. You see we substitute 2 for r, and 2 r squared is 4, and here r is simply 2. Now when r is 3, we substitute r is 3, so we're going to get a times 3 squared plus b times 3 plus c, or plus c. That's when r is 3. Let's do finally when r is 4, we're going to get a times 4 squared, 16a, b times 4, and c. Okay, hopefully you get the idea. These are the numbers that we had up above. Now, if we get the differences, that's the 2, that's this row here. I now want to look at this green row here, and if I get the difference where here we had 12 take away 2 is 10. If I take this minus this, I will get 3a, because 4a minus a, 2b minus b is b, and c minus c is 0. Yeah, so that's what you've got with the difference there. So if you see, that's the difference for these two. Now the difference here will be 9a minus 4a is 5a, and 3b minus 2b is b, yes. And then finally the difference here is 16a minus 9a is 7a, and 4b take away 3b is b. All right, that's the green row. Now I want to look at this red row down here, and this is, we got 8. If I took the difference here, 5a take away 3a is 2a, and b take away b is 0. Took the difference here, 7a take away 5a is 2a. All right, and that's the formula for quadratics. That will happen. You won't get a third row. The third row will be 0 because it's not a cubic. If there is a value that if you get anything other than 0, then we could probably be breaching into a cubic if the numbers are all the same. Now we use a little bit of algebra here to match each of these. And I want to match this first one here. Oh no, I want to match this last one with this number here, because 2a is 8. We've just found our a value. A is 4. So we now know that it's going to be 4r squared plus something. Now we work up a level and we go, I'll use black. 3a plus b is going to match with the 10. So 3a plus b is 10. Now we know that a is 4. So 3 times 4 plus b is 10. Therefore, 12 plus b is 10. Therefore, b is negative 2. So we know that's going to be minus 2r. Now we want our c value, and let's match this one with this number here, 2. So we know that a plus b plus c is equal to 2. And we know a is 4. We know b is negative 2. 4 take away 2 is 2. So 2 plus c equals 2. All right, c must be 0. And therefore, our general rule will be 4r squared minus 2r plus 0. We don't need to put the plus 0. Keep in mind, it's worthwhile mentioning that r is an element of our positive integer set. It's a 1, a 2, a 3. And so there we have the general term. The general term is 4r squared minus 2r. If you want to check, before I finish, that's just the denominator, yeah? Okay, now we're correct. Okay, the general rule is 1 over 4r squared, I almost forgot, minus 2r. And if you wanted to check, just check. No harm in checking where r is 1, the first term, is 1 over 4 times 1 minus 2 times 1, and you get a half. That's correct. If r is 2, then you substitute 2. 4 times 2 squared is 4 times 4. 2 times 2 is 4. 16 minus 4 is 12. So you see we're starting to get the pattern. 1 over 12, 1 over 2, 1 over 12. We're looking good. So I hope that this has helped. Just remember this concept of quadratics if the second difference row is the same, and then you match this blue formula line with the blue numbers, the green formula line with the green numbers, the red formula line with the red numbers. You start at the bottom and then you work your way up to get the values for A, B, and C. I hope this has helped. Stay happy.